Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today, surprisingly enough, we are at 10 months into this series. So yeah, if you are new, haven't watched any of these videos before, basically what we did is 10 months ago, polished and prepped this panel, and we applied these 4 products to it. Since then, after the initial cure time, it has sat outside in the sun, in the rain, copying all the elements here in Queensland, Australia. And yeah, it's been 10 months, so we've done monthly washes. I've done a few washes off camera, like, you know, every couple of weeks as well, but mainly we've stuck to the monthly washing on camera. So we're doing an update every month. And these are the products that we have. So we've got them all in these little small square sections. But yeah, we've got the Meguiars hybrid paint coating. We've got Carpro Cquartz Lite, Gyeon Can Coat Evo, and Soft 99 Fusso coat. So yeah, they are all claiming 1 year's protection, except for the Carpro, which says 6 months plus. Obviously, we're at 10 months. We did our last update at the 9-month range, and that was still doing very well. I think actually even looking the best out of all of them. So yeah, what we're going to do today is, after I just move these, whoops, out of the way, we're going to do our 10-month update. So yeah, we're getting towards the end of the 1 year claim of durability, but I think the Carpro and the Gyeon are going to well exceed that. So let's just start off giving it a rinse. This is quite dirty, like I said, been outside, and it actually has been a month since I washed it this time. And we've had some crazy heat lately, like super hot days, and had some torrential rain. So it's been a good mix of weather over the last month. You see, as I'm rinsing, it's kind of looking like they're all pretty much on their way out. But I think once we give them a wash, at least these middle two are going to look a lot better. So we've got our bucket with our Carpro Reset mixed up. I'm just going to give them a nice, gentle wash. See if we can bring them back somewhat to life. Okay, so that should about do it. Grab the hose and we'll rinse those off. So I'm gonna, after I finish rinsing these off, which I'll do very thoroughly, then we're getting the other camera, bringing it in nice and close so we can get a good idea individually on how they're looking. So yeah, let's cut to that now. Okay, so switched over to the other camera, coming in nice and close so we can try and go over each section individually. So this is the Meguiars section. So yeah, what we're trying to do here is to try and flood each section. See if we're firstly able to, because at the start, these were far too hydrophobic to be able to flood. As soon as we got any water onto them, it would immediately basically disappear. It was far too hydrophobic to flood the panel or the section. So yeah, the Meguiars, and you can see we're basically able to completely flood. And as we're doing that, we're starting to sort of little sections that are sheeting the water off. But then as soon as we let go of the water pressure, it pulls up and then it starts to sheet away. So yeah, not looking as good as it was, but it's definitely still there at the 10-month range. And still, yeah, still looking pretty hydrophobic overall, because that's sheeting all of that water off. It's leaving it completely dry, basically. So yeah, there we go. That's the Meguiars at 10 months. Now coming over to the Carpro, this is going to be very different. This one has been looking fantastic the whole way through. So as you can see, we aren't able to completely flood the Carpro. So straight away a difference there. It's just too hydrophobic. The water will not completely flood, and whatever water is standing on there, once you let go of the hose, disappears pretty quick. So yeah, very, very impressed with that Carpro at 10 months for its 6 month plus durability. Very impressive. Now we've got the Gyeon section. So this and the Carpro have been looking great. They've been pretty much on par with each other. I have felt like in the last maybe 2 updates, the Carpros look slightly better, which Could well be the case again. Once we change our spray pattern and go in for the bead test, we'll be able to really tell, but as you can see, the Gyeon still looking great, right up there for the 10-month, which is, yeah, 12-month claim durability. Clearly it's going to be 12 months looking like it is, and then it may start to fail, and it could probably get 2 years out of it. And now the soft 99, this one's been sort of on its way out for a little while now. So yeah, as you can see, you can completely flood that, and then the water should sheet off. There we go. Took a second to get going, and then started spreading out pretty quickly, getting rid of most of that water. Now there has been on this soft 99, this dead section here from a few months in, so that water is just sticking there. That's basically failed that section, but you can see the rest of it is still hanging on pretty well. Okay, so I'll move into the middle and we'll zoom out a little bit so you guys can see the entire thing coming over from the top to directly compare them all at the same time. So yeah, there we go, looking pretty similar to what it did last month from what I can see. And then another thing you guys like to see is doing the lift and letting the water run off. So yeah, there we go. I'm going to dry this off now, and then I'll come back and I'll do a bead test. All right, we've got it completely dried off. Now it's going to mist over. So I'm going to come in nice and close and check how they're all looking. Okay, hose didn't want to turn off there for a sec. And now we will swap over cameras. Come in nice and close on this one. So yeah, we'll start off over here with the soft 99. So yeah, the section here, that's kind of like that line that comes out, you can see is dead. So as I like to think of them, the camo style beads, it's basically how, well, I mean, you can look right below here, right underneath the other sections. The style of bead that is no protection, so that's not really hydrophobic, that's just the water that has landed and sat on top before there's enough of amount to completely flood. So that's what they'll do, they'll sort of give a camo style, whereas when it's actually got some protection there, and, well, not protection, but when it's still looking hydrophobic, you'll see it'll get these nice little round tight beads. So you can see the difference sort of here. But yeah, that is the soft 99. Come over to the Gyeon. Now the Gyeon is probably, bead-wise, not looking as good as it was. We can see quite a bit of a change here. I think, from far as I know, from like, it's only been a month, but I feel like this was still really looking great. It's not bad at all. We did probably spray a little bit more water in this middle section. But yeah, I feel like the Gyeon still, like, obviously, it's not the camo style. Like, here's the line in between the products, basically. So it's not the camo style of either no protection at all or the failing or failed section of the soft 99. But I'm probably making too much of it. I can see a slight difference from how it was looking, whereas before that was just completely round beads all the time. We've got these sort of sections here where they're not looking as good. Now for the Carpro section. Yeah, the Carpro section is looking a bit better. So it's basically all still round beads for the most part. So try and come in nice and slowly so you guys can compare. Actually, even better. Carpro, Gyeon. Line where the tape was. See, I think the Carpro is looking a little bit better. For the Meguiars, yeah, look, so the sections for the soft 99 that aren't completely failed look better than the Meguiars in total. But the soft 99 has the failed section, which looks obviously the worst out of everything. But yeah, the Meguiars isn't. It's still definitely I mean, it's pretty dark over in this corner here. It's like the line for the edge of the product. It's actually harder to tell on camera, but yeah. Maybe down here is better. So you can see a difference in my mind between the untouched section and where the Meguiars is, but it isn't as noticeable. It's not looking as good as what it basically was, so it's definitely on its way out. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. What we'll do now, we'll grab the hose and we will come in nice and close, holding into the bead function, the mist function I should say. Sorry, I just got a phone call, my phone was going off my pocket, it sort of distracted me. So yes, we are going to hold the water on, and you can sort of see that as the water hits, it's creating the beads. It runs away pretty quick. So that section of the soft 99 is still looking great in my mind. It's just here, this line, where it's not. So yeah, failing away a bit patchy, has been doing from the start. Clearly my fault when applying. It's just applying a paste type sealant is different to applying these like sort of liquid ones where it's a few drops or a few sprays and you're wiping it in and it sort of is a lot thicker. But yeah, that's clearly an application thing. But if I'm getting that performance, like that issue with such a small section where I thought I was pretty thorough with how thickly I applied it, then I'm sure doing a whole car, you'd get spotchy sections like that as well. So now for the Gyeon. This one has been, like from the start, this one probably was the best in this sort of test. It is very hydrophobic. You can see a clear difference, like the whole thing. There's no section where it's looking different to any other section, like it's very even, the whole section. And as you can see, once you let go of the water there, it just immediately gets rid of that standing water, like nothing's really sticking and pooling up on top. As it hits, it creates the beads that run away, and then as you let go of the water pressure, they just basically run off. So yeah, looking great there for the Gyeon. Now for the Carpro, this is what I'm interested to see. Is this looking better than the Gyeon? And I personally think it is. They're very close. So I'm going to go across both. So starting here with the Carpro. Yeah, I'm thinking. I think the Carpro is more hydrophobic at this stage. So, yeah, quite interesting. Now this is the Meguiars. So, okay, here's where we can compare. So this here is the untouched section. You can see that water just completely pulls up and hangs around. On the Meguiars, yes, it's not looking like the Carpro, but it's definitely still hydrophobic. The water isn't able to completely stick. It just sort of pulls up a little bit. So it's losing, because yeah, if you're new, this is how they all started off, or even better than this. They all were like this. If anyone says, oh, I like sheeting, products that sheet better, so the Meguiars is better to me, well, you gotta keep in mind, it didn't start off like this. This is as it's failing. They're all going to do this as they start to fail. The Meguiars will, the Gyeon will. It's just that the the Carpro will, the Gyeon will. It's just that Meguiars is already doing that. So I get a lot of times in these tests, someone will watch just a video a few months in and go, oh, well, that one's better because it's sheeting the water. It's not all just sitting on top. I like sheeting products better than beading. I haven't found a product that just sheets from the start. It's either very weak and it's about to fail in a couple of weeks, which I've found from a few products, but they all pretty much at the start beat up. They're all going to be more like this than like this. As they fail, they start to look like that. So yeah, just thought I'd clear that because I do get that quite a bit in some of my older videos where I was doing sort of more basic sealants. At say the 1 month mark, I'd have one that's looking like this and one that's looking like this, and people say, well, that one's better to me because I don't like standing water. I like it all to sheet off. If you get a light bit of rain, it's going to do this regardless. It's going to bead, it's going to sit on top. It's just as more rain comes, maybe it'll sheet off. But yeah, that's just a product on its way out in my mind from what I've seen from testing. So yeah. Anyway, that is the 10-month update. So definitely still, like we're all gonna make 12 months out of this, easy. We'll get another 2 months, I think, out of this, Meguiars. As long as this failed section doesn't spread too far, the rest of this soft 99 is still looking great. It'll get another 2 months easy. And then these two, the Carpro and the Gyeon, could go for another year, to be honest, with this test. I don't think I'm going to go to that extent. I may just do like sort of, if these both completely fail and I've just got these two sort of hanging on and nothing's happening over a few months, maybe I'll just do like a 3 month later update and just do one month washes off camera. I don't know, but don't want to let this one go on forever. I do want to start other series soon. I actually want to do a best of the best on this panel. I want to do all the previous winners, so like best paste wax, best traditional spray sealant, best ceramic spray sealant, best spray on rinse off sealant, and see how they sort of all compare, because we've had them against their direct competitors, but let's see how they go against other sort of types of products. But yeah, so that's something I have in the plans. So once this one ends, I'll start that. But yeah, we'll be back in another month in this, on this panel, in this test, see how they're looking. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Make sure you give the video a comment as well, as it does really help. And yeah, with all that said, until next time, I'll catch you guys later.